Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, tmosso@thewatchbox.com, for pricing. Today, we're discussing the FP Journe Centigraphe Souverain, 40mm in platinum with rose gold dial. This timepiece includes a rare full platinum factory bracelet and a very different kind of wrist presence. So 40mm in diameter is the size, 10.4mm is the thickness. It wears a little bit differently down the wrist, as the end link to end link distance is 55.2mm and the actual lug to lug distance is 48. So if you put it on a strap, 48 is your distance across the wrist. With the solid end links of the bracelet, 55.2. So it does have a much larger stance on the wrist. It's a broader watch. It's also a heavier watch, as the full platinum bracelet construction creates an awe-inspiring heft. As don't forget, the movement in this watch is also solid gold. Now, it's flat and flush and has a domed bezel, so it will slide underneath the dress cuff. It is, after all, a sporty dress watch, not necessarily a no-holds-barred sports watch. You can see that the end links do project out a little bit more. I'd say on this bracelet, you probably don't want to wear the watch on a wrist smaller than 15 centimeters circumference. Put it on a strap, and you can neck that down to about 13.5, 14 centimeters circumference. Take a look quickly down the barrel, the cuff shot one more time, roll over to the bracelet itself. It's a nicely made piece, a 5-link design, all of high polish. You can see the end links are rigid, so they do project out from the lugs a bit. The flanks are in satin finish, the tops are in polish. You can see that although the bracelet itself is made of platinum, the individual sizing screws are made of white gold, which is a harder material. You can also see that the internals to the clasp, the actual folding components, are also that warmer white gold tone, as many brands use white gold inside platinum clasps and platinum bracelets because it is a more rugged material. White gold is the hardest of golds and quite a bit harder than platinum. Though you can see the bracelet itself is very much platinum. You can even see F and S, the early maker's mark on these earlier Journe bracelets. Now, taking a quick look at the profile, polished case, polished bezel. There's an overlapping lip to the bezel and an overlapping lip to the case back that defines the mid case. We have blended Calatrava style lugs. They're not stepped out like a longa. They're integrated into the case band. They taper rather dramatically, almost 90 degrees down from the horizontal sweep of the case. So they do really assist the fit when you're wearing this watch. And as you can see, the bezel is domed and polished. There is a rocker switch that was one of 2 patentable innovations on this watch. And then there is the double dimple knurled FP Journe crown. And pro tip, if you want to wind one of these watches, you actually have to pull the crown out to its first position. It just freewheels in its first position. So one position out, that's actually position 2. Now, of course, you've got the rocker switch, which, though it looks like a mono pusher, actually allows you to stop and restart the count. So this is a patented system designed to make it easier to operate the chronograph. I'll talk about the second patent when we get inside the watch. Now, the timepiece was named after its 1/100th of a second foudroyant, and the ability to measure 1/100th of a second required a second escapement that beats away at 360,000 vibrations per hour, and that earned this watch the GPHG Aiguille d'Or, or the grand prize at the Oscars of watchmaking, in 2008. The model itself came out for 2007. You can see the dial base is a matte rose gold, and then there is a polished steel bezel surrounding the sub-registers, each of which features a tachymeter scale, so you can gauge the speed of an object traveling between 36,000 and 6 kilometers per hour. This is a 1-second dial, a 20-second dial, and then a 10-minute dial. Flip it all over, you've got caliber 1506. 15 is the size in French lean, 06 is the year work started on the movement. You can also see hallmarking from Eleanor, the French manufacturer of early Journe cases up to 2008, and the double stamp of the French hallmark. So this is one of the earliest Centigraphe models. Remember, launched 2007, and then that French maker's mark disappeared in mid-2008, so you get a sense of when this watch was made. Rose gold movement, 18-karat bridges and plates. So you've got a rose gold dial, you've got a white gold and platinum clasp, a platinum case, and then a rose gold movement. The movement has an 80-hour power reserve chronograph off, 24-hour power reserve chronograph on. You can see the 50-jewel movement has a free sprung balance for toughness and shock resistance, and then a large balance with a lot of inertia, beating away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. The movement features the barrel at the center, and it's not just pride of place for show. This is the second patentable innovation in the watch. The barrel arbor drives the chronograph functions, and then the toothed edge of the barrel drives the time-telling functions. The result being the balance does not lose amplitude when you start the chronograph, which is different from almost every other chronograph, which will lose 30 to 40 degrees of amplitude when you start the chronograph function. All of this is water resistant down to 30 meters. So a sporty watch, not a hardcore sports watch. But a timepiece you could wear with any attire, and my goodness, the weight of this watch. My goodness. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.